You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, Nick so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught and I came back and I sued him for the reason and won. But
yes.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
Diddy may have entered jail with a legal issue, but he is currently facing a serious health crisis. According to certain sources, Diddy Medical Sources has an extensive list of sexually transmitted diseases. People in the jail are quite anxious about what's in there. There have been rumors for months that Diddy is struggling with a significant issue, allegedly an STD, particularly after he appeared in court with far less skin than normal. Online rumors have also suggested that Diddy may have contracted the sexually transmitted disease while incarcerated with his friends. Diddy reportedly lost weight while incarcerated because he missed living the life of a private chef. No. People claim that the reason for the weight loss is that his body is disintegrating from a much deeper source. We are discussing HIV-related conjectures. Furthermore, it's hardly shocking given everything that has surfaced regarding Diddy's bedroom lifestyle. Diddy was crazy and careless, as seen by the download craziness, the male escorts, the covert trips, and the closed-door parties. He was employing both men and women, which was causing them to go crazy. Just oil and going raw, with no limitations or protection. Do you recall when the federal agents searched his cribs and discovered about 1,000 bottles of baby oil, without mentioning any protective kits? Not even a suggestion of safety.
Sees cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
People are now accusing such freak-off parties of being disease factories. Additionally, the parties' bodies are now beginning to exhibit symptoms. Several women have come forward to claim that members in Diddy's inner circle infected them with herpes. And when Jaguar Wright simply tossed gasoline on this fire, things became pretty messy. She didn't mince words when speaking with Real Life Productions and stated that Diddy has been fighting HIV for some time and isn't by himself. She claims that she is sitting on the names of 20 additional men in the industry who are going about contaminated. Claimed it's a greater problem than people know, but she's keeping it for her program.
That opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
In the game.
And now every celebrity that's been close to Diddy got people looking sideways, and one of the main names floating around, Usher. And there are actual reports and lawsuits about him infecting others. Usher and Diddy go way back. Usher lived with Diddy and YC when he was only 13, and he told Howard Stern the whole story. Made it sound cool at first.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
But then he got weird about it as the convo went on. Said it was a very curious environment and that he wouldn't let his kids near such events.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Usher might be holding on to more than just old memories if something strange happened at the time, and Diddy has actually been fighting an STD, particularly now that Usher is being sued for allegedly infecting 2 women and a man with herpes. The majority of individuals dismissed, a name that surfaced back in 2018, while authorities were attempting to determine what had provoked the former adult performer Jonathan Audi. He went crazy and shot up Trump's Dorado resort. The man quits mentioning names. Said that he had been forced to meet Diddy and Cassie. He hasn't stopped there either. He claimed to have caught her in the midst of all that chaos.
Slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught and I came back and I sued him for the robberies and won. But they did.
Said that in order to keep the noise down, a lawsuit was filed and that it was secretly settled. People dismissed him as crazy at the time, but his photo was later used in court as one of Diddy's hired escorts. The streets are listening. Unexpectedly, Kim Porter's name is being brought up in this controversy as well, and the questions surrounding her death are beginning to resurface. Although there had been hypotheses and suspicions about her untimely death for years, the most recent allegations state that Kim had HIV prior to her death, according to people who claimed they have seen her actual autopsy report. I'm not sure how true these statements are, but that's what others are saying. Kim wasn't your typical ex. She lived with Diddy, partied with him, and was the mother of his children. People want to know how she got it, who handed it on to her. People are also questioning whether her death was just scheduled to bury more than sadness because the date is so hazy. However, it doesn't end there. In 2018, Craig Mack, one of Diddy's original artists and the creator of Bad Boy's first major song, passed away from AIDS.
So the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, Nick so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong, the man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
Realizing that Diddy was only taking advantage of him caused Craig and Diddy to have a serious falling out. Currently, people are making connections to determine whether Craig Mack actually left the game or whether he chose to vanish after spotting something beyond Diddy's strange drapes. Too many people in Diddy's circle continue to die, become infected, or be silenced, regardless of the truth. The others either quietly fled or were paid off. Let's get right to the topic of hush money. To keep people quiet, Diddy's team has been known to spend a lot of money. People are dropping names: Meek Mill, Osiris, and French Montana. Indeed, people claim to have that non-speak payment. Furthermore, it's not that unrealistic once you start looking. Do you recall when a Philadelphia rapper who had dated Nicki Minaj was revealed by Little Rod? He was referring to Meek Mill, and everyone knew it. He just did not mention the name. As a black man from the ghetto worldwide, my voice is so powerful, Meek tweeted after jumping online to confirm it. They want it removed. I am a true king, unassisted by humans, right out of the trenches. They discovered methods to harm efforts like politicians and bots who represent Can't Stop Us businesses. Even better, he said he would spend $100,000 to have the person responsible for the smear investigated. People, however, were not buying it and referred to it as damage control. Then a video of Meek and Diddy lounging by the pool appears out of nowhere.
What's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Then it got wilder. One of Diddy's ex-bodyguards leaked an audio clip that's said to have caught Diddy and Meek in some real intimate vibes.
What? Yo, wait a minute! Wait! Ah!
Now word on the block is Diddy allegedly getting freaky in prison too. Word is Diddy's got himself a full-blown fan club of jail groupies. These dudes ain't just making his bed, they out here fighting to do it.
To you, the inmates are fighting over making his bed.
Yep, well, really according to Lisa Evers, I want to give her credit.
According to insiders, Diddy has supposedly been having intimate relationships with these groupies in ways that are beyond our ability to explain. And you already know how dangerous that is in jail, where protection isn't exactly accessible whenever you want it. Now, everything is beginning to make sense. Diddy may be dealing with more than just charges. He could be dealing with a full-blown body count of people he reportedly paid off, played, or infected. And if even half of this is accurate, bro will spend years drowning in lawsuits. The true question now is how many people were actually influenced by Diddy's way of life. What is the depth of this rabbit hole? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. If you thought this was crazy, click on the next jaw dropper that's now on display. It's simply as insane.